What's up? Sorry, my camera's a little foggy. I had to start the stream later, and I didn't have a chance to let that warm up. So that'll clear up in a little bit. What's up? Sorry. Oh, damn, dude. A little foggy. That looks so bad. The stream later. All right, let's do that one. All right. At least that's a little clearer until this other one, the fog F's off. What's in the box? What's up, buddy? Bob's RC, what's up, dude? Yeah, normally I'll have the cameras on to warm up to get rid of the fog, but I was running late today. I had to run to the farm and feed store, fix my fence at the corner of the property and stuff. So, what you guys up to, man? So, if you were in last Sunday's live, we thickened the center diff on this to 500K, and the rear to 60K, I think. But I still want to do the shocks. I'm going to thicken those up because get that hop. It's too hoppy. And maybe we'll check out the front diff too because the rear diff was basically empty. What's up, buddy? But yeah, I'm gonna thicken the rear. It's too bouncy. If you watch my videos, it does those. So we're gonna thicken those up a little bit. And again, I'm gonna probably pull the front diff, just make sure there's juice in it. Just found out one of your 6700 mile batteries is dead. Damn, dude. You can try to recoup it. I've had some luck trying to recoup those. But again, this is why we don't have my ugly mug because it's foggy right now. I didn't have time to warm the cameras up to get rid of the fog. Yeah, be real careful doing what the Jake did just said. You did nothing. Yeah, I've had to do that with some lipos, and I had to do it a few times, and it got kind of sketchy for a while. What weight are you going to put in the rear shocks? That's I don't know yet. I gotta see what I have in stock here, because like I said, it's a little too bouncy. I gotta see what I have. I have This is not 30. This is just a mix of randomness. Let's see. That's all diff million 60. I might do this. It might be a little bit too much though. I got 60 here. Another 60 here. What is this? 100. That's diff. Here we go. I might do 50. I really wanted 40, but I don't have 40. I have 60, which I think is going to be a little bit too thick for this light truck. This is just a random mix I made. I put in whatever. And then this is 50. I think I'm going to do 50. But once we take this apart, I'll kind of move the shock juice around and see what the viscosity is kind of like. But I'm leaning towards 50. You just did with your radio master this morning. A balance charge, not nice. I don't know what stock is. Can somebody look that up and see if they can find out? Because, like I said, the exploded views normally show like the shock breakdown and shows you what the weight is. But from what I've seen, I can't find anything. But I'm thinking 50. Depending on what it looks like when I dump it out, it might go 60. But I really think 60 might be a little bit too thick for this light truck. It might not be, though. Comparing it, because 50 and 60 are so close. I might go 60. I don't know. It's between 50 and 60. Yard bashing, what's up, buddy? But yeah, let's Gander. I haven't ran it since I thickened the center diff and the rear, but I really want to do the shocks and at least check the front diff because the rear was basically empty, and then I'll test it out today. Let me plug my phone in right quick. What you guys getting into this weekend, man? Lauren, what's up, buddy? So I'm gonna take these little baby shocks off. Probably twos. It's pretty much twos all the way around. There was like one or two 1.5s, but it's mostly all twos. Yeah, they're twos. Only I had a stand to put this on. Rear diff, 20 center, 500K shocks, 700 CST. What is shocks are 700? What is this CST? What's 60 weight CST in CST? The bottles normally say. So 50 is 710 CST. So 50 is a little thicker. I think we're going to go 60 because that's only 10C more thick. So we'll go 60. Thanks, Addicted. Get these little baby shocks off. That's is this plastic? Oh no, these are actually metal. Normally in these little rigs, these are plastic. These little ball inserts, but these are actually metal. All right. Because I know in other minis I used to have in the past, these were an upgraded part that you'd have to get, but these are actually metal. I thought they were plastic at first. Pretty nifty. I gotta say, they did a pretty solid job for what you get. I don't even think there's fluid in there. Maybe. Going out today, dude, I'm just messing with you, man. Is this starting to fog up? Yeah, sorry guys, but this camera's starting to fog up. It'll clear up. Damn it. That's what I get for having to start late. Again, these shock pliers are so nice to have. Even with these little minis here. Oh no, there's juice in there. It's just super thin. Um, put it in my spitter. Yeah. But yeah, so it's probably around so Addicted said 700 CST in the shocks. So that's a little thinner than 50 because 5710. So we're gonna go 60. Get that little thicker juice in there. Well, shout out to him. I appreciate you looking for me, bud. And again, we upped the center diff last Sunday to 500K. Don't want to. go too crazy because it is a mini. Man, I hate when these fog up. I normally clear these up ahead of time. Dude, sorry guys. Son of a bitch. We got to get addicted into a live stream sometime soon. Let's see if we can. Is the face cam done? Fog? Yeah. See, the fog on the face cam's gone. Let's check. We'll do this way for now, just so the fog clears up from the other one I was just on. Because again, I normally let these warm up before I go live, but I had some stuff to do, so I had to start the stream like right when I finished. I have a chance for them to warm up. Yes, yeah, we'll get you. We'll get you in one. So weird messing with these little parts. So used to like fifth scales and six S even. So it looks like there's double seal on here, which is normal, but there's a seal at the top of this shock, and there's a seal on the inside of the metal top, which is legit. Like I said, all metal all the way around. Even the little balls that go in there are metal. Normally plastic on these little rigs. Like I said, you're getting pretty good stuff for your money, honestly. All right, just trying to get some of these bubbles out for a little bit. See if camera 3 is done being fogged. It is not. So yeah, dude, I like my Switch too. It's a solid little um, console. The Donkey Kong game's really good, and the new Mario Kart is pretty good. But yeah, I got the Switch 2 on launch day. Yeah, dude, I got HTX. I got it on launch day. Pretty sick. They did a bunch of Switch 2 updates for a bunch of the games to make them nicer and stuff. Oh, I have the new Metroid too on Switch 2. It plays at 4K 60 FPS on the TV, which is nuts. And in handheld, it's 1080p and I think up to 120. I could be wrong, but it's an impressive little console. Yeah, I seen that HTX. Thank you on that, Shav RG Allies. Yeah, dude. Yeah, the new one, the ROG Ally Xbox. It's labeled as an Xbox, but it's just a souped up Ally that runs like an Xbox overlay. That thing's actually super impressive too. Yeah, guys, I just don't nerd out about Second Amendment stuff, RCs, and dirt stuff. I nerd out on video games too. Does this have a bleeder hole in it? Doesn't look like it. So we're gonna try to get some squish from it. Let's do one of those. Nope. There we go. We got a little bounce back. Again, these shot pliers are so nice to have. There's a little air bubble in there. I don't know why I'm going too crazy with this, but if I have it out, might as well. Yeah, it definitely feels better. Did it again. I haven't even set it up yet. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. Need. I want to give this like a little snug down. I might have a tool that'll actually do that. If I can remember where I put it. Man, my toolbox is a mess. I need to go through this again. I don't know if this is going to be big enough or small enough. It is. Hell yeah. So I don't know. This is a Traxxas tool. Comes with the Revo, so you can take those little uh, crown caps off and stuff. And that part fits perfect on for shock tops. I use this on a bunch of rigs. Then bigger ones fit here. Camera 3 looking. Getting less foggy. All right, we're getting there. Oh, boom. Actually, might even go a little thicker, but we'll test it before. But it's definitely not as bouncy as it was. Miss the days when you played video games. Yeah, you can play GameCube games too. Yeah, and the new Metroid's actually really good. It's got like mixed reviews from people, but like you take it at face value, and it's just impressive what that little console can do. All right, so we're gonna go to this one. This fog's almost completely gone. Um, yeah, the Switch 2. Honestly, I'm really impressed with that little rig. All right, so before I do that, let me take out this other one. I was curious to see how different it feels. Why don't you want to come out? Yeah, that was weird. It's weird. Oh, there we go. I was about to say that one don't come out, but it did. Okay. Oh yeah, like completely bouncy. This one definitely nicer. So that should definitely help with that hopping. Man, I really wish I had time to defog these things. They're getting there, guys. Sorry. I try to take pride in my lives, but again, I had to do it quick today. This isn't the new one, right? now. Yeah, look at how easy that is. And then, see, I can't even go that fast. So that might be the ticket right there. Your OLED still new. I got it. Hell yeah, dude. OLED is the way to go. Sleep. What's up, man? You got this limitless. Yeah, I have a. infraction like Addicted does on the 8S. I actually just recently lifted it, and so it's like a off road truck now, and it's an animal. I had to do some more testing on it too. Actually, I had to film that. Yeah, you have to have the certain subscription, and you could download the games. Ever heard of a WLED? Putting the craziest custom light setup on my Red Cat. I haven't heard of that, but yeah, this that's so thin. That's just too easy. And again, we're putting 60 weight in, guys, so it should help a lot. Yeah, look, I don't even know if that has juice in it. I said that before, but it did. Oh yeah, it has juice. It's just like I said, that was crazy. They put real thin fluid in there. Not drop the shock in the spit, chef. Quick video of the lights. All right. See if camera bench is good yet. All right, so that fogged up, but it's cleared. How's camera face? There we go. Yeah, sorry again, guys. The fog on 3 is almost gone. Hell yeah. Yeah, I think 60 is definitely going to be the way to go. I don't know if I'm going to mess with the front yet. I might leave that. I don't know if I'll get the. I did. I did get the message. Oh, no, I didn't. Can't play that video while I'm live. Just one of my friends sent me something. Try to get more of this juice out. It's just crazy how tiny they are. And like I said, shout out to them for making them all metal, man. So it looks like instead of a bleeder hole, there's no way you're gonna see that on camera, but there's like a little slice in the threads there. I think that's where the bleeding would happen to bleed them instead of having like a really tiny bleed hole. So 60 weight going in. Make sure it gets all underneath the piston. A little dot more. Got to get these bubbles out. Let's see the Gamma 3 clear up yet. It's not too bad. Yeah, you guys don't know, but like before I go live, I turn these cameras on like an hour beforehand just so all the fog clears up. And I just didn't have time to today. Still don't like how foggy that is. Again, I know it's a just a nobody RC live, but I try to make it not suck. So let's put this cap back on. Gotta find that sweet spot like I did last time. Come out a little bit. Might have got it first try this time. Looks good to me. Nice and snug. Hell yeah. That's upside down. Get on there. Yeah, this one's still too spring. I have to take this one back apart. I need to react like this one. See how that one's nice and slow? This one's coming back a little bit too fast. No big deal. Gander. Make sure there's some juice in there. I think I'm gonna add a little bit more. I think there's like a the other one I had like right at the top and it came out perfect. Gotta get these working the air bubbles to the top. Gotta let it sit a little bit. Still can't believe the king of Fiscal is holding. Dude, honestly, me too. But again, dude, this thing is actually super impressive. I have to say. Like when I drive it, I tend to drive it like a 6S until I hit like a little stick and it flips, and then I realize it's a 16 scale. It's honestly really impressive. But I'm getting I don't know if you know, guy, but I thicken the center diff to 500K, the rear diff to 60, I believe. And then I'm doing some shock tuning because before they're just too thin and you get that hop. So we thicken them up to 60. What's in there now is 700 CST, and 50 weight is 710. So I want it a little thicker than that. So I want 60 weight, and I feel like this is going to be the ticket because the other ones literally would just be like, and you get that hop in the ass end. Yeah, I knew that. Look who you talking to. Of course I knew that. We got a couple more air bubbles in there. I feel like with my fist scales, like a little air bubble here and there, not that much, but in this, it's kind of makes a bigger difference. The guy himself is here, right? I know it's coming to hang out with the little guys, the nobodies. Let's see if this other camera cleared up yet. Yeah, it looks like it did. Again, I didn't have time to defog. I'm trying to not make a half-ass lives. I'm trying to at least make them decent. I found a skate park last week, but we're gonna. Are we back? We might be back. Okay, we're back. We're back. Okay. Sorry, my power just randomly went like just clicked off for like half a second, and everything had to restart. Pissed me right off. All right, we're coming back. Sorry guys. I don't know what the hell that was. It's not even like pissed me off. I literally have been holding this like this since that happened. And go figure, I just finished talking about how I don't want my lives to be crappy. I need to get a UPS for my router, one of those battery backups. So if the power goes out, I don't lose internet, um, which would help me for work too. So if that ever happens, I won't lose internet. So all right, my hand's actually a little tired now because I was squeezing it because I was so mad. All right, let's proceed. Yeah, Shaw should be air bubble feet. Yeah, should be now. I know everybody has their own way to do these shocks, but I kind of just wing it like I do everything else. I'm just hoping that it feels like this one. I can never get shocks to match each other. Like, I get them close, but I can never get them like the same. Like this one. Yeah, still not right. And I can do the same exact thing to both shocks, and I can never get them to feel the same. Well, I have a huge generator that'll run my house, like when the power's out for days. Um, but the UPC is always in line, so whenever you lose power, and if it goes out, it won't. Your internet won't skip a beat; it'll just stay on. Because that's happened before while I was live before. Now let's check this one. Let's see if this at least feels similar. No, see, it's still like this one. Feel nice and look how fast that one responds. Like you can see, I can never get these to match. I don't know why. And I literally did the same exact thing. See, drifting. Oh, nah, they're cool. Don't get me wrong. I think they definitely have some cool power and stuff. Yeah, I know. And like I said, this one is perfect. This one, it's like I don't get it. There is some gunk around here. Maybe this doesn't have a good seal because there is gunk there. Does this one have gunk? Not really. I wonder if This has a half-ass seal. No, it's not. There's no juice under there. It's so floppy. You never hooked up a charger to your truck yet? No. But yeah, I definitely want to invest in like a UPC, or I think that's what they're called, or UP something. It like plugs into the wall, and um, it's basically just a big ass battery that plugs into your wall, stays charged, and like your main things stay plugged into it, so that the power trips, it's still whatever's plugged into it stays on. I think it's called a UPC or UP something. I don't know. I'm not a smart man. US UPU. It did put 60 in here, right? Yeah. And there's like no air bubbles in it. Because if I can make this shock feel like this one, I think we're going to be golden. And again, I did exactly like I did for the first one. But this, I don't have like gear to hold these little things like this because I mostly fist scale. Let me load my beer fridge up. So you call it tactical reload. Let loose, push it up a little. That's what I did. But just I can't. American man, always, bro. Still think that's too. It's too loose. I could just tell without the spring on there. Why the hell can I get this one to act like the other one? What I'm gonna do is This, I can't even make it act like it has an air bubble. Put V6 steering in your V5 Kraton. What a difference. Hell yeah, dude. Very nice. Solid upgrade. How can I get this to do that? It's almost like it's sucking air. I can hear it. Like if I go like this, I hear it pushing air out. Let me see. Try to snug this top. It definitely has an air. Yeah, it's tight. Yeah, this one. There's something up with this shock. All those are seated. There's no bladder at the top. It's like a seal on the inside of the lid and a seal around the outside. The easiest thing is giving me the hardest time right now. Yeah, see? There's like a little rubber seal in there and then a little rubber seal around the top. It's almost like it's a whole different fluid in there, but it's not. I'm gonna try to do what I just did with the first one. I'm like purposely trying to make it so it feels weird at one point. Yeah, like right there, it's not right. Oh, I think we got it. No, we didn't. How did it feel okay for a second and then it didn't? I think there has to be something up with one of these seals. Because for a while, for a second there, it felt like this shock, and now it doesn't. That was so. It was like right there. I'm just gonna keep messing with it. I know this is super fun to watch, right? I'm trying to mess with it. But normally, how I do these is like I'll push it a little bit and then give her a snug. So close. I might have to stick with that. They're not going to be even, but they should be close, close-ish. Yeah, no. Let me just try this for shits and giggles. I think that's the closest we're going to get it. I really think one of these seals is weird. Because, like, even right now, it feels different. And I literally just messed with it. And now it's okay. And now it feels weird. There might be something wrong with the piston. Because every once in a while, it feels fine. And then one or two moves, and it feels weird, different again. I think the piston might be have something weird in it. But we're not going to keep messing with it too much. Not too bad. This one feels great. The one great and one okay. That's Chef Beardsley's perfect right there. Because this one, I think that's how I wish the other one felt. It comes back a little faster, but I'm not going to keep messing with it. I think that's just the closest I'm going to get it. Again, it's not a race car or nothing, so we're not in it, right? Okay. But that should help with the ass hop. I see someone talking trash. They're like, all they do is hit and flip over. You got to tune them, man. It's I had that with like almost every truck I've ever had. The only one I haven't, I really didn't touch anything on it was the Notorious 6S, the new one. I haven't done any kind of tuning to that. It's just a beast out of the box. Yeah, they're close. They're close to each other. The one returns a little faster, but I'm not gonna kill myself going nuts over it. Oh, let's. I don't know how these balls came out. They're hard to even get in. One's all right. So one side you can't come out. The other side it does come out. Okay. Get in there. It's so weird messing with these little trucks, dude. There. Sorry. Okay. Yep. My drill just fell off my bench and RIP MIP bit. It fell right on the MIP bit. Snapped it in half. Moment of silence for the MIP bit. Alright, moment of silence is over. I know I have another two in here. That sucks. Fell right on the front of the drill and snapped the bit right in half. Can't catch a break. Is this a two? Yes, it is. RIP MIP. That sucks too. That wasn't even like worn out yet. It is what it is. Can't cry over broken tools, man. Alright, put this one in here. I did. I tried it that way, Spike. I think there's something wrong with the piston because I did it exactly the same as the other side that is perfect, and I tried it a bunch of different ways, and it's close now. It's not perfect, but again, this is Chef Beers' channel. We don't go for perfect. We go for good enough. It's like, is your average RC person gonna go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth with it? Maybe, but not me. Why don't you go home? There we go. Yeah, dude, the mini Kraton is super impressive. And like I said, I'm normally a fifth scale, bigger, like 6S and up kind of guy. But this thing is impressive. It really is. What color do you have? TMI. Turn. Leave the clutch on too, because this clutched when I try to take him out. There we go. Look, it's not. See how? Hold on, let me fix the camera here. It's not nearly as hoppy now. I can actually put some pressure on the springs now because they were all the way up out of the box because that fluid was so thin. But we're gonna say, ah, it should take that hop out of it. But we are gonna turn these down a little bit because the springs are barely even touching now, or out of the box. So now we can actually put some spring tension on it, and it should not have that hoppiness anymore. A little bit of tuning, why not? It's fun. Oh yeah, dude. Just bashing casually. Can't wait for the mini outcast. I have the red, white, and blue. Got the wrong. Oh, you got the wrong color one. The teal. I was gonna complain, but I was like, whatever. Yeah, dude, I'm the same way. Like, shit happens. I'm sure if you reach out to whoever you got it from and let them know you got the wrong color, they'll just send you a body. So if it was Horizon, whatever, just tell them like, hey, I ordered this. They probably need your what is it, order number and a picture of what was sent to you, and then they'll be like, oh, we'll just send you a body. That way you have a backup body. The perfect low stakes basher. Yeah, dude. Honestly, it's really impressive. I have extra parts here too, just in case. But yeah, see how less, so much less hoppy than this is what it used to be. This is what it is now. Again, we gotta put some tension on the springs, but hell yeah, hell yeah, boom. All right, I think I want to take out the front diff, um, because my rear one was pretty empty. And if you're just joining, again, last Sunday we thickened the center diff to 500K. We thickened the rear to 60K because the rear is basically empty. And today we just thickened the rear shocks to 60. Um, 60 weight. That should honestly, I think that's the ticket right there, boys. Take a gander at this. It probably comes apart just like the rear did. Gotta pull that cover, flip the arms out of the way, pull off these screws, pull off the bumper, and should be able to get to the diff relatively easily. If we put 60K in the rear, maybe do 50 in the front. If I have 50, I have 30K, 60, 60, 6,000. What is that? 100K. I don't know if I have. Maybe we'll just match the rear. Oh yeah, the stereotypical see if it has suspension drop. See the front bounces more than the rear. See the front go bump bump. Just the front does that because of it still has that. I really think that's the ticket, man. I really do. Just the front does that. And it still had some like suspension, obviously. You don't want it to just be a brick falling. But again, we gotta put some tension on the springs, but it should be pretty good. I'm just rewatching the playback. Yeah, just the front hops. That's the ticket, dude. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. We're gonna do a test today. But where the hell? And again, if you guys aren't into the mini stuff, I got more videos in the works. It's just this is taking up my focus right now because honestly, I'm super impressed with this little rig, man. We might put 60K in the front because I don't have anything in between that. At 30K, I'm pretty sure on Sunday I put 60K in the rear. Almost positive. It was either 30K or 60K. It had to be 60K. I have a lot of 60K. Why the hell do I have so much? I got plenty of million and 20 million, which is good. I use those for the bigger rigs, obviously. On these little ones, I don't want to go that thick. Maybe we'll just match the rear. Do 60K. I would like to do like 50. I think 30 is too thin. Maybe we'll take a look at it and see what's in there and see. Either way, it's getting some kind of juice in there. I'm really upset about my MIP bit because this is a short little stubby guy and I can't really get in there. So upsetting. Rest in peace. It's got used so much that the sticker wore off. And the thing that killed it was it falling off the table in my drill. Sucks. I don't even know where it shot to. Oh, here it is. See? It's so good. Yeah. Dedicating front should help with steering thick or different. Definitely limits the steering. Yeah, I run a million weight in the front of my fifth scale, so I understand that. But this thing's tiny, so like having a little less turning radius, I don't think would hurt it too much. We'll see. Like I said, once we get this little diff out, if I could find a two that's not so short for a little MIP bit. Yeah, there's a two, right? How you doing, Earl? Again, we gotta take off this front bumper. Let's see if it's a. Yeah, it should be easy. It's just these two little screws, and then two screws at the top should pop right off. Hell yeah! M2C just posted on their Facebook. They're working on this plate. It looks like it's going to cover this rear part here. The part I ripped off on the first or second bash, or I don't remember. Like it'll cover this, so that won't happen, which is honestly pretty cool. I did not think that was going to happen on mine, but I managed to rip it off somehow. These little guys in the front. No more little guys in the front. The longer ones go on top. Pull the front bumper off. Just up on this little makeshift stand because I don't have one for the mini. Um, and then just pull this off the pin retainer, and then take the cover off, pop her off, and then I'll probably just pull off the top pin so I can flop the wheels out of the way and get the diff out. Should be pretty simple actually, easier than the rear. Doing good. That's awesome to hear. Earl, you're a good dude, man. I'm glad you're doing good. Put that bit in the middle in a handle, and you can remove the bit. What? Put that bit in a handle and that you can remove the bit. You're talking about this thing? Sorry, I'm sure that makes sense. It's just not computing. Look, pin retainer. I got back up pin retainers. I got backup. I think they call them hubs. I call them carriers, but front and rear set of what are these arms? I got shock towers. I got all kinds of shit to break. And the one thing I broke, the pin retainer in the rear on the bottom, I didn't have, but we made it work. Oh, the good onion. Oh yeah, I can do that. Boom. Should be it, right? Those four screws there. I don't think there's any more in the bottom holding this on. Gonna be. We'll grab it. Pretty sure that's it. We're gonna do a little bit of prying. Where's my what you call her? That's a technical term. I'm gonna have to move you guys back for a second. Give me 1 second here. We're gonna grab this what you call her, this what you call her, and this what you call her, and we should, with all the what you callers out, we should be able to get this out. Yeah, it's coming. Got it. See, just a little bit of what you callers, and you're good. Mm, mm, Could be just enough to get to it. Tiny little baby diff. Little bitty baby diff. Yeah, that's either empty or very, very thin. They did grease it though, so that's good to see. I do like how these are keyed, so you can't put the diff in wrong. I mean, you could, but you'd have to really jam it in there. And it doesn't look like there's no dirt in there. And the teeth on it look pretty good. Yeah, I smelled it to see if it was any kind of grinding or anything. Yeah, honestly, pretty good. I had some leery thoughts about their mini diff with how things used to work out, but so far so good. Knock on wood. Let's pull this little bearing off. Grab a whatchacaller. And that should be a 1.5. At least I still have my 1.5 and my P bit. And I have another 2 mil, but I snapped the very end of it off, so it bites on some, but it's like half. That was just me going nuts on a pinion. So I was actually trying to take a pinion off when it snapped. Baby screw, another baby screw, third baby screw, last baby screw. All right, not throw this towel anywhere. I'm gonna lose those screws forever. Oh yeah, there ain't shit in there. Look at that. It's like I just took it out of the package. There ain't shit in there. So we can't even test the viscosity of what was in there because there ain't shit in there. So what do I want to do? I know Earl said 30 for steering. I'm leaning towards 60 to match the rear. Um, just because that's what I do on bigger rigs. And this being so tiny, I don't think the limited steering in the front would really hurt it that much because it is so small. That's what she said. I do have 30 though. So, what do you guys think? Should I do what I normally do and match the front and rear, or no? What do I do on on my big Outcast? It's actually 500K in the rear and a million in the front. That's completely different. So, should I match the rear with 60 or do 30 in the front? Let's take a poll. I'm gonna take a sip here, a little sipper. Cheers if you can. I'm leaning towards matching the rear, but I don't know. You guys let me know what you think. Match the rear at 60 or do 30 in the front. I'm going to go use the little chef's room. I'm back. Let's see. Forget steering maker for jumping. That's what I'm thinking. I did the reverse on mine. Did you? 6K front. Nice. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Make it for jumping. Be stupid. Why do you need steering? You know, match. All right. Sorry, Earl. I understand where you're coming from for steering, but if you watch my video, I'm not very good at handling anyway. So steering is nice to have. It's kind of like brakes. Brains and brakes just slow you down. So when you got brains, all right, let's do 60. Let me make sure it's not one of those triple X ones, because there's certain ones when I have random juice around, I put them all together and make a concoction, and I put XXX on it, so I know it's not the right fluid or the matching the label. But yeah, that's literally how it came out. Bone dry. Check your diffs, people. It doesn't smell like grinding gears, so that's good. I sniff a lot of things, guys. If I only ran mini trucks, my diff juice and shock juice would last years. Yeah, there was like nothing in there. Like a bunch of that juice just went straight to the bottom. Sorry, I didn't mean to kick you guys. And yes, I call it juice. Diff juice, shock juice. We're gonna let this sit for a little bit. Get those bubbles out. While that does that, I'll chat with you guys. So, who said they did the opposite? HT actually said it did the reverse. How do you like it? How's it feel? I don't think I'm gonna stick in the front shocks yet. I'm just curious to see if I start jumping and it starts going in the front too much. I'll do that. But I noticed in the rear that was the main issue. It was flipping forward. We get this. Air bubbles come out. Yeah, they're already coming to the top. That one just popped. I put a little bit too much in there. I can see it already gonna overflow. But we're gonna put the lid on there anyway, just let it come through the holes. That's what I normally do. Only gripe I have now is my shocks. I haven't opened them up yet. I don't know if you were here. I think you were. But my rear ones had juice, but they were just too thin, way too thin. 60 feels really good in there. 50 is not that much of a step up, so it's up to you though. And obviously where you drive and what you do. So I'm all on bubbles. I never got a video from you. Oh no, you said you were gonna send me a video. Yeah, mine used to bounce too. If you go back and watch some of the videos, the SM would hit and hop. But with that new 60, I'll show you once this dips back in how much the front hops now and the rear doesn't. I think it's going to be perfect. But yeah, they went super lightweight on those shocks. Seems okay to me. This is going to be a mess. I really should try to take some of this diff juice out. But it's so tiny, I can't. I'm just going to let it push over and cross that bridge when I get to it shortly. Also, these are keyed now, so gotta line those up. It's so tiny. It's so tiny. I know my hand's blocking it. So much diff juice. Yeah, we take the whatchacollar and we clean the holes out. You know, it's not ideal, but hey, it works sometimes. Now, hopefully, these little holes are lined up. I believe they should be. Oh, God. I didn't mean to slap you guys again. Let me at least get one started. One started. Then we're gonna go directly across from it. Take our whatchacollar and clean that out a little. Oh, dude. Yeah, this one. Okay, I was just making sure I did that. I wasn't sure if you did or not. This in there. Maybe this is a better view for you guys. So far away though. It's hard to try to get these on camera because it's so small. I'm thinking for this, it's not too bad. I'm thinking for this camera that you guys are just on, when I work on this, shrink this tripod down and put it directly on the table so you guys can actually see. Then what we're gonna do, real gingerly, that one wasn't too gingerly, but it worked. So we put 60 in here. It had nothing in it, so it could be good. Get off of that. And then we gotta, I'm gonna go through with my hand, just make sure these are nice and snug. Don't want them backing out while it's moving because that would suck. These MIP bits bite so well. Makes you feel way better with juice in there. No juice before. No juice for you. Boom. Little baby diff. Little baby diff. All right. I wish I had. I might. Hold on. These might be glue sticks. Yes, they are. Got some grease to go in there. Check my steaks. I pulled out steaks to cook later. We're gonna put those in the fridge. Yeah, this open. Let me get more grease. You know, yeah, grease her up. This brush is all kinds of messed up. It's how it came out too. So I don't know what the hell happened when they were loading or doing this. I might have to do this on my finger. My finger barely even fits in there. What your color would help though. Get that in there. That was stupid. I just set that down on my table. See if I can get a brush in there. I don't know what the hell happened to this brush. Get some kind of grease in there. Yeah, dude, with yours bouncing like that, like I said, a little bit of shock to it, and you should be okay. I don't know for sure yet, but I have a feeling mine should be a lot better. I'm sure it'll still happen if you hit hard enough and stuff, but I should cut it down a lot. So we got the little baby diff. Baby diff. Little baby diff. Okay. Forgot my shop towels inside. I just got new refills for my tub over there. Just came in yesterday, so I'm using this old one. All right, we can put the cover back on. No, wait, we have to put the pins in first, I think. Yeah, we gotta put the pins in because this diff cover has the pin retainer for the top built into it. So grab a pin. Try to line this up the best we can. How the hell? Okay. We're gonna do one of these and one of these at the same time. Rotate. One. There we go. Oh, there's one. Sorry if my hand's in the way. Like I said, it's a small truck, so grab this pin, hold it in my mouth like I did before. Of course, that's stuck. Yeah. No, and then like so. No. Now we can put the cover on. Nope. I don't know why I had to mess with it. Just had to mess with it. Yeah. Okay. So the motor's spinning. That's good. Sorry, guys. Like I said, it's hard to try to keep this in camera frame. I have to say, there's no sand or nothing's getting in, so that's good. Come on. Boom. Snapped in. Make sure it's sitting flush everywhere. It is. Now we can put screws back in. Start them for now, then we'll go around and tighten them up. Oh, I got the clutch set on this very low, so we're going to go over these by hand. Yeah, they're nice and snug, nothing too crazy because they are going into plastic. Should be pretty good, man. Let's get the pin retainer in. Pin, I guess it's a retainer. I don't know. Now we just put this in. So two longer screws go in the top, two shorter screws go in the bottom. It's pretty hard to mess up because the ones that go in the bottom are flat top, so they sit flush with the skid plate or chassis support, I should say. So it should be relatively hard to mix those up, but if anybody can do it, I could. Oh, and boom. Me drill. I really think they did a really good job with this truck. Again, no, not a review yet, but we're getting there. Yeah, that just a smidge. Yeah. And then two screws on the top. Boom. So again, the front still has the stock juice in there, so you see how that hops, and the rear now has 60. So you still have that kickback, but no bounce. And this is completely maxed out like it is at the out of the box, so I can actually put some tension on these springs now. Before, if you did that, it would have just hopped all over the place. So that's definitely going to make a big difference. So if I drop it, you'll see the front hops more than the rear. See it? It's hard to, but you can see how it boom boom. And in the rear, it's more like a thud, but it does still have suspension. We're going to turn these down just a little bit, just put some tension on the springs finally, and it should be pretty dialed now. But time will tell. We got to run it, but it should be pretty dialed. Other than that, again, I'm not going to touch the front shocks yet, but I think overall, I think it's going to be a pretty solid setup now. It's funny, and that angle it looks huge, but then it's all about the camera angle, boys. Like this is the controller it comes with. You know what I mean? Like I think that's it. If nothing else it needs. Yet again, I'll probably end up doing the front shocks, but I'm going to see how it handles first. We're going to lose some of the steering radius, but again, it being a smaller truck with a thicker fluid in the front, I don't think that's going to be too much of an issue. Uh, yeah, we're going to get it out. I should have a video later today on how she does with the diff work and the shock work. Boom. And I already fixed my fence I had to fix this morning. That's why the live was a little later today. And it was a little foggy in the beginning because I didn't let my cameras warm up. But I'm thinking about either getting one of that new GoPro gimbal or a new GoPro Hero 13 with a macro lens, because that macro lens you can adjust the focus, and when you're doing videos and stuff, you can focus when you get close to stuff. Um, we'll see. I don't know which route I want to go. Should I go gimbal or should I go a new GoPro? Or say, oh hi, what's up, buddy? We're just winding down. I think we just did the front diff on this, the rear shocks, so they're not like a freaking pogo stick anymore. Um, yeah, it should be pretty dialed. The only other thing I might end up doing is the front shocks, different juice in there. See, like that. I hope I can. Let's see if I can get that on camera. Wrong one. Watch. They have a front hops. It goes da-da. That's what the rear used to do, and it's way less bouncy, so it should be good. Came in late. Yeah, it's all right, dude. It's all good. You didn't miss nothing too special. I appreciate you stopping in either way, dude. So I need to get some more fluids soon because I got plenty of 20 mil and a million, but I need to get like some 50K, 40. No, probably 50K. I need to get some like more 50. I have 20 mil for days and that, but you and KGM are both on a print project. I bet uh, he's been doing some cool stuff. You make some cool stuff too. So curious to see what you guys are working on. But yeah, like I said, I think we're good. I need to get this bad boy out and do some testing. I should have charged my batteries while I was doing all this, but I didn't. But no big deal. They charge pretty quick. That on there, boom. And I haven't had any issues with the clipless body yet, so time will tell. Yeah, it's crazy the difference. Oh, no problem, dude. But yeah, I think we're gonna end it there. We're gonna end it like we always do, wherever you're in the world. Have a good morning, afternoon, or night. We'll catch you guys soon. I should have a video on this later today, maybe tomorrow morning, depending what time I run this, and see how she does with the tweaking. And again, sorry if you guys aren't into the mini stuff. It's just this thing's actually literally blowing my mind at how good this thing is. We have the bigger stuff coming. I still have the off-road infraction to test and the mega crate and all the big stuff. Don't worry, I'm not going to wait from that by any means. It's just this thing is literally blowing my mind. And if you think I'm doing it for views, I'm not, because I run what I want to run and I make a video on it. And I'm having a blast with this thing. It's an impressive little truck. So I hope you guys have a good rest of your day, and maybe we'll do a live tomorrow, depending how the run goes today. And I'll catch you